Hello, my friends. It's Aaron Parker. I'm here once again for an exciting interview here on our Power Team channel. Just want to make sure that we are coming through. We're broadcasting. If you can hear me, do me a quick favor. Drop a quick comment on this video. Let me know that you are here and we are coming through loud and clear. We've got a special guest, as you can see here, right here, brand new 5K affiliate, Becky LaBrecque. Hello, Becky. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Awesome. So excited to be here with you. So this is what we love to do. This is one of my most favorite things to do in the whole world, and that is to interview and also provide some training for all of the MDC affiliates to share with everybody what you did, how you did it, your journey, your story about how you got promoted to the incredible rank of 5K affiliate. So with that being said, we are going to dive in. I see some comments are flowing in. Awesome. I want to encourage everybody to get engaged with us on this training here today. So feel free to drop some comments. Let us know who's ready. And also share this with your team. So we are streaming solely on YouTube. So this YouTube video that you're watching, you can actually copy the link and you can send it out as a private message or share it with your teams, however you'd like, so that your team can learn as you are learning as well. So with that being said, let's get this party started. So, hey, Becky, how are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah.
Awesome. So where are you calling in from today?
I'm in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan in the Marquette area. Well, we made the news this morning. I think we're the coldest spot in the nation at 35 degrees.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you, but we were at the beach this morning.
Yeah. It's nicer now, but yeah, it gets cold up here sometimes, but I love it. It's very rural and beautiful country up here. So on Lake Superior.
Nice. That's amazing. It sounds beautiful for sure. So for everybody who's here, let's dive in a little bit of your backstory. Tell us just, a quick snapshot of who you are, a little bit about you, and then we're going to dive into some training.
Okay, well, I am a mom. I'm 45. I'm a mom of a 7-year-old. I have a husband, and actually, my full-time gig is I'm a teacher, some high school teacher, a science teacher, and I run a planetarium. And so, yeah, I didn't get into this really thinking of a career for myself or anything like that, but that's just my path has been. But I know that I definitely want more for my family than what teaching can provide. So I think that's what intrigued me about it. I've owned some businesses in the past. I've done a few things. So I've been an entrepreneur at heart. And so that's a little bit about me. I love the outdoors and just love people, love helping others. My personal journey, or kind of what connects me to this company and wellness, is I lost 100 pounds. And so that's a journey that's really transformed my life. And so it's a big part of who I am today. So yeah, that's kind of just a background about me, little get started.
Nice. So
I got to this company.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
so you're a mom, and I know you must be joking because there's no way you're 45. I was going to say like 30. I mean, seriously, that's amazing. And so you run a planetarium. That sounds like a really fun job.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. And I also teach for part of my day. So I teach high school, and I run a makerspace too. So I get to do 3D printing and robotics. So I have a lot of technology in my life, and that's a passion of mine for sure. So yeah, that's kind of what I've done for quite a while. I'm in my 12th year of teaching, and so I've been doing that for a while, and
awesome.
Love my community and love what I do.
That's amazing. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into some details. So we're going to start off, and I really love to be able to kind of reverse engineer what was the process that your sponsor took when he or she enrolled you into the business. Because let's just keep it real. Everybody who's watching, they all want to be able to bring on a Becky in their team, right? They all want a 5K affiliate rock star on their team. So let's talk about who was this person? Did you know them? Did you not know them? What did they say? What did they do? What were some of the things they did that brought you on board with MDC?
Yeah, she was a friend that I had, a friend from the past, and so someone that I had actually, lived with in a younger years. I was actually a cosmetologist at one point, and so we both did that together. And so we had kind of fallen out of touch. She moved away, but she just reached out to me online, and she asked me to try the product, and I was super skeptical. I had actually. I had been through a lot, losing 100 pounds, and actually my head game just wasn't there. And so even you would think losing 100 pounds, having a great job, having a loving family, you'd have everything together. But for me, I was in a pretty dark spot. And so I had read about CBD, and I had tried a bunch of it, and none of it worked. I was convinced it was all garbage, and really was pretty much over it. And but she reached out to me right at that time. And I thought, oh, here we go again. This isn't going to work. But I respected her as a friend. And she had started a business. And I thought, well, what the heck? I'll give it a shot. And so I just kind of placed an order to try product. And I ordered a director pack right from the start because I like to save money. So that was really all there was to it. And I just started using the product. She really didn't reach out to me that much beyond that. And since that time, she doesn't sell the product anymore. She's just a customer now herself. And so, yeah, but when I started seeing the results and sharing with others, that's when I started realizing that maybe I wanted to share this with others.
Wow, that's amazing. So, I mean, listen, this is a training. So everybody watching this, you're already an affiliate with MDC. You're here because you want to learn. So I really, truly hope you are taking some notes right now, because Becky's going to literally be sharing with you some things that can help you get to 5K affiliate, which is where I know you want to be, just like Becky did. And so the first thing that I'm getting from this right now is Becky's sponsor was a friend from the past, and she was skeptical, right? Anybody ever been skeptical? Do you know anyone who's skeptical? Well, here's my question for everybody. How many friends have you still not talked to? If Becky's friend from the past, who they hadn't talked to in a while, hadn't come up with the courage to make the call, to make the reach out, to say, hey, Becky, you've got to try these products, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. Someone had the courage to reach out to a long-lost friend, Becky. Becky gets started, and boom, she's having huge success. Are you guys getting this? This is where you have to realize, oh, wait, there's Becky's out there that I know that I still haven't talked to. And they could be your next leader on your team. So I hope you guys are getting that. This is huge. And you got to start with the director pack. I love it. Now, here's another, well, we'll talk about this as we continue, as we talk about your journey and getting to 5K affiliate. But share with us, how long have you been with the company? When did you get started?
I think about 18 months. It's been about that long. I used the product for about 6 months, and I would give it to friends or sell, give away some of it or share orders with friends. And it started getting to the point where I was ordering 2 and 3 director packs a month just to help out friends. And I thought, wait a minute, I think people make money with this. and so, and I have tried different, similar, I guess, businesses in the past, and none of them worked out, because for me, it was always, someone contacted you to have a party or something, and you felt so bad that you had this party, and, you would earn points and get some stuff for free, and then you'd realize it was cheaper to sign up or something, and then you never got any money. You just got some stuff when a friend was in it. And so I was super skeptical about that too. I thought, I can't do it like that. But I just saw how much people were liking the products, and that I was really just a customer at first that just realized that this actually worked, and I had seen other things that just didn't work, and others were having the same experience. I could see that it was repeatable, and so that got my attention a little bit. That's when I started looking at it as a business.
So this is huge. I need everyone to please pay attention. This is major what Becky just shared. She was a customer. She was buying product and basically selling or giving away the product to people. Wasn't even doing this to make money. But because of the power of the products, she said, hey, wait a minute. Like, I'm kind of passionate about this now, and I'm going to start building the business. And so tell us, Becky, how long was it where you were basically just doing this, not really as a business to make money? How long was that? Was it a year? Was it, 16, 17 months? At what point did it switch for you? Like, hey, wait a minute, I could actually do this to make money.
Right before I went to convention, that's when it started getting my attention, and I felt drawn to convention. That was what made me think, I'm going to go to this convention and I'm going to see if it's for real. I'm going to meet these people and I'm just going to see if it's worth my time. That was what I went into it. Cause I have a job, I'm happy in my community, but I want more for my family. So I'm not going to get into something that's going to be a big pain.
Right.
And so I want something with integrity. I want people with integrity. And so I had to see firsthand that's what I needed. So that was the turning point for me, was attending a convention, which was almost a year, or right about a year after I started even looking at the company.
Nice. So almost a year. So guys, I want everyone to really pay attention to like why I'm making this a big deal. This is a big deal because I want you guys to really think, how many people in your team, whether they're in your team now or they're going to be in your team, future affiliates that are going to join your team, how many of them are going to get started and they're not really going to do very much? Just like Becky. Guess what? That's most people. And it's okay. Most people get started with MDC and they don't do very much, or they don't have big success very fast because they're just not ready. Their timing is not right. They're busy. They're doing things. They're just a customer, basically, right? And so what switched for Becky was convention. Now, obviously, this year, convention is virtual. So everyone make sure that you get registered. Don't miss convention. It's free. And it's going to be September, I think, 18th, 19th. So definitely make sure you guys don't miss that. But the experience of convention is what helped Becky, like the light bulb went off. And so this is a big clue for everyone as well, because think about if she had never gone to convention, we may not be having this conversation right now. So what should that be telling all of you? It should be telling all of you, well, number one, you need to get to convention, but two is get your team there. And of course, for this year, it's get them to watch. Get them to watch the convention online, because that is going to help your team really see the big picture and understand what this company really is and what it can do for people. So once you made that switch, Becky, and you decided, okay, this is a business, I want to make money with this, this is incredible. What did this is another really, really important part of your journey, because you didn't just hit 5K super fast. And I love that, by the way. And I say this all the time, because you know how many times I've seen people hit 5K affiliate and then like one day they're gone. Like, where'd they go? Who knows, right? Because they hit 5K super fast. But what Becky has done is what most people do. It takes time. And so I want everybody that's watching this to realize that if you don't hit 5K affiliate super fast, it's okay. You will get there as long as you don't quit. So tell us, Becky, from the time that you decided to get started to treat this as a business, what were some of the things that you did over the coming months to get started, to start seeing some results?
It was all about self-development for me to start with. So that's what I took away from convention a lot of. And that was the part that I hadn't done in my journey, like even my weight loss journey or, journey to change my life. I hadn't done the self-development part. And honestly, I thought that stuff was crap. I really did. I didn't believe in any of it. I thought it was fluffy and it just wasn't for me. And so that took, but seeing it at convention and feeling it, and being at a convention that was not about, it was about product. They shared product, but to me, it didn't feel like it was about product. It felt like it was about wellness, like an overall lifestyle, and supporting that. And that was the most important part of it. And so, I just came back thinking I need to do that. Like that made me feel better than I thought that it would. And so I just started going after getting that in my life. And what I noticed is my life, the life that I came back to started to wobble a bit. It started to implode a bit because what I wanted changed, and you start to change your view and the vibration that you're putting out to the world. And so things start to change around you. And then you're kind of at this combat where for me, I fought against it. And so it was like, I wanted the change, but then when the change started to come, I kind of freaked out. And I played that game for a while because the safety of having the life that you've always known, that's pretty comfy. So I had to have a couple of life implosions and wrong decisions and those sorts of things before I truly engaged enough to reach 5K.
Wow. And everyone just take a quick second, take a picture. I want everyone to make sure they have the dates. You can see September 18, 19, the website, mydailychoice.com/convention. Make sure you go there, get registered, get your whole team. I want to give everyone a quick, just a super side note here on convention, something I would suggest everyone do. We're actually doing this with the Power Team. By the way, Becky, are you going to be joining us in September?
I'm working on that for sure, yeah.
So what we're doing is we're actually getting all of the leaders on the Power Team, 5K and above. We're all actually going to a hotel for the weekend. We're going to be watching this together, masterminding, doing some incredible fun things, and having a whole fun day of just celebrating. So what I would encourage everyone to do is find people in your team locally. And for these 2 days, 18th and 19th of September, like come together, right? You know, do a little thing, whether it's at a house or a little meeting space, and create your own little mini conventions with your team. That's something I would strongly, strongly suggest. Okay, so you get going and talk to us about the journey, because you didn't hit 5K super fast, right? And again, I love that, because there's most people watching this, they're not 5K yet. And they're like, man, I'm struggling. I'm not 5K yet. You know, what are some of the things that you did to actually start moving in the direction of getting closer to 5K? And I'm asking because I'm curious, because I don't really know, was it like a buildup that just happened gradually and then one day like, oh, here we go, I'm 5K? Or was it like just some burst that happened when you finally did it, and like something, the month that you hit 5K, which was last month, you did something very different that month to be able to make it happen? Or was it like a slow buildup that just it eventually happened? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I would have answered this question differently before, but I'm going to tell you that it was a choice. It was 100% a choice, because once I chose to go after the difference that I needed to make 5K, then I got it. The other thing was, it was a belief, because if you don't believe that, if you say the words but you don't really believe the words, then it doesn't happen. And so that was the thing that I did wrong for a while. So I had made these changes in my life, and I was saying all the right words and saying it out there. And so that was a step in the right direction, but I really, really didn't believe it. And so the moment that I did, I don't really know how to explain that, but you can feel it. Like, it just feels different, and all of a sudden it starts coming to you. And so that's the switch. But yeah, just believing in yourself. But for me, I started, my first goal was 1K, just get 1K all the time. That was going to be good enough for me. Honestly, I was pretty happy with that at first. And that was probably also part of the problem. Cause once I could consistently hit that, I got pretty comfortable. And then I pushed a little bit and got more in that 2-3K all the time. And once you start hitting 3K every month, it starts to tick you off a little bit because you start to realize that you're pretty close. And if you could, build a little bit of a team, or you could, find just a little bit more, you could pull that off. So I sat in that 3K zone for a while, and that felt good to be there, because it's a notch above where I was. But yeah, it started to really, it kind of angered you a little bit. But usually if you look at that, there's strings that you're allowing hold you down. So until you snip those strings, even though you don't want to, and for me, it was another job. I had taken another kind of a side job, and that just distracted me enough that it guided my thinking and my action without me really even noticing it. And so that I was freed of that. And that's when I soared, honestly. And so, yeah, I think a lot of people do that. They try to hold on to things that they think they should be doing, or like what they're programmed to think, this was my life. And if you can snip any of that, that's really helpful. And so, yeah, that has been the change. And then honestly, just more action. Like, I was not taking enough action. I was getting to between 1 and 3K with, just a little bit of sharing. So it took new daily action. So I talk about daily action, which is important. But for me, I did daily action almost the whole time to get 3K. But new daily action, that was the gap. So making new contacts so that you can build that. That's really what did the difference for me, is going after new people, new contacts.
So you hit 1K, and by the way, for anyone who's watching this, 1K affiliate is really like that first mini goal that you want to be shooting for. If you're new, 1K means that you have 1,000 in volume in your personal team. And then you heard Becky talk about these milestones, these stepping stones from 1K to 2K to 3K. When you get to 3K, like she said, it's kind of that point of like, okay, am I going to just stay here or am I going to kick it in high gear? And you have to let that frustration become motivation. And you have to let that, she said that she got pissed off. She's like, I'm getting kind of pissed off just kind of being stuck here at 3K. You know, I'm so close to 5K. And that is where we all have to make that mental choice, that mental decision of, okay, what do I need to do to make this happen? And she let that frustration turn into action. And the action is what got her to 5K. And 5K affiliate, for those of you that don't know, that is the first official rank within the leadership rank within the company. And you get extra bonus money, you get car bonus money, more money in the compensation plan. So it's a great place to be, to shoot for. And just like Becky's example, which I love, some people hit 5K their first month. Happens all the time. But most people, it takes 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years just to hit 5K. And that's okay. That's what I love about this business. Every one of you are on your own journey with this company, and you get to decide. Just like she just said. She said, I had to decide. And that's the beautiful thing about this is you get to decide when you want to get these promotions. So you talked about the daily actions. You talked about you started reaching out to new people. So give us some of the tangible nitty gritty, like, you know, listen, guys, I want everyone to realize something. All of the tangible things, like, what do I say, right? Everyone always wants to know, what do I say to prospects, right? Guess what? None of that matters if you don't get what Becky said first, mindset. She went through months and months and months of mindset, personal growth, personal development, and she eliminated, did you say you got rid of one of your jobs?
Yeah.
So she eliminated one of her jobs to be able to basically say, look, this is going to be a priority, this business. Got rid of that job, which was a distraction. It was, you know, taking away time and focus. She still has her main job, but she got rid of a second job to be able to focus on this business. And look what happened. Boom. Now she's having success. So realize that all the strategy, it's fine. We need that, but it's not the most important. The mindset, the personal growth, and making a decision that you're going to have success, that is the most important. So now, with that being said, by the way, if you guys are getting some value from this, drop a like on this video, drop some comments, stay engaged with us here. Talk to us about some of the specific nitty-gritty things, because this is what people are like, okay, give it to me. What are some of those things that you said, that you did to be able to get out there and enroll new people, whether it was customers or affiliates?
I started looking at it more as a lifestyle because that's what it is for me. So I utilize all the products and I believe in all of them and using them at different times in my life. And I found that people just wanted to know, what did that look like and how did that work? And so rather than always talking about products, I just kind of show my lifestyle and show that I'm living well and ask people if they want to feel better, that sort of thing. So I stopped doing kind of salesy tactics and more talked about, like, I'm helping a lot of people and I wonder if you know anyone that wants help, you know, mentally, physically, or financially, because I'd really like to help as many people as I could. And if you go with that, like, do you know anyone technique, then you're not directly asking them if they want it. And so that's a little bit more comfortable for people, I think. You know, who do you know that would want something like this? And a lot of times people say, well, what about me? Like, I want something like that. But it just kind of takes that pressure away a little bit if you're nervous about that. So that's a technique that's worked for me is, you know, who do you know? And then just thinking of it as more than CBD, because that's how I got started. So I got kind of trapped in that whole part of it, but it's honestly such a small part of this company. It's an amazing part of this company and a huge value. but it's really such a small piece of the bigger picture. And so learning about the company, really watching Josh and Jenna, and learning to edify them, learning to edify leaders like you, learning to use the tools and not try to create stuff on your own. That's huge, because you waste so much time figuring out your backgrounds and your posts and your this and your that, when there's leaders that are established that are already doing that, and they're at the level where they can do that well. And really, you can't do it that well, in my opinion, when you're at the lower levels like 5K. And so you're really tuning into that and using the Power Team resources that are here, and the amazing resources that MDC provides for us. Those two things really help. That app, I use that app constantly. If the moment I've trained myself now, because for a while I just couldn't get used to it, but the moment anyone asks me a question and I'm out, I whip out my phone and I say, "That's a great question. What's your best email?" And they look at me, but they give it to you. And then I always send them a brochure or that Genius app or something. There's some bit of information. You don't have to send everybody the tour necessarily, because that's not the way to start with everybody, but they can get to it from that. MDC does a brilliant job of marketing that for you without it being clunky or anything. So that I've trained myself to do. And then, like, they look at it and it says link visited. Like, I just got one. I had sent that link. I've done 7 follow-ups. I didn't think that person was interested at all, but they just clicked on that link today. And I didn't even message them today, but something today got them thinking about it. And it's so powerful to know that. Like, that's information that they don't know that I know that they're thinking today. And so by using that tool, that really helped me have some inside information kind of, and keep track of things, because otherwise you forget. People ask for stuff when you forget. So that helps a lot. And then just saying less and linking more. Like, I say way too much. Someone asks me a question and I give them the answer to that question, the answer like the next 15 questions, because I feel like that added value, and it doesn't add anything but confusion. Like, if you're not, that's only a certain type of personality that wants that. And so if you're not really adept in that, that's a slippery slope, because most people get put off by a big long message or all that. So, and they don't read it, and so then they're asking you again, and then frustration builds, and you're just wasting everybody's time. So learning to use those links helps a lot.
Guys, this is huge. I need everyone to just listen to what just happened. This is one of the biggest mistakes that people make. I did this for a long time. I think probably everybody in this business does it. And it's what she just said. You say too much. And I get it. Listen, you're so excited. Oh my God, these products. I got to tell you all about every single product and everything a product's going to do and what it's going to do for you. And and the compensation plan and the system and all these. And they're like, whoa, no, get away. Right? Don't do it. You're just puking all over people. Less is more. Somebody put that in the comments. Less is more. So talk to us again. I want you to just say it one more time from your words. What did you do, or what did you have to change, or what is it that you do to make sure that you're not saying too much?
I still do this. I often will type a message in like a document, and I don't even send that message. Like, I just got to get it out, because that's the kind of person that I am. I will also type a long message and then delete everything except for the first 2 lines. And then I think, yeah, that's pretty good. And so I just think chunk it, like start in smaller chunks. And if they ask follow-up questions, then maybe if you want to get into that. But honestly, if they're asking a bunch of questions, just send them a video, because you don't have time for that. The people that you're looking for, and this has been really helpful for me, the people that you're looking for aren't going to have that many questions. I didn't have any questions at first. I was able to find that information myself. You want innovators that are motivated, and they are not everyone you'll talk to. They're 1 in 100, not 1 in 5. And so, you might get 1 in 10 or so that want to try products. But if you're looking to build a team, you can't think that way. So that's been helpful too.
I love it. Send people to the videos. Make sure they're serious. For me, I literally answer no questions. I won't answer any question. I don't care what it is, how simple it is. I will on purpose not answer any questions until they have pre-enrolled and watch the videos. There's 4 videos. I got to watch all the videos. And I even also make them watch the Power Team Hangout video presentation that we do. So figure out what you're going to do, but make sure that you're prospects are doing something. Don't let them just waste your time by having you answer a million questions and they haven't even pre-enrolled yet. They haven't even watched the videos yet that are in the back office. So I love that. Good stuff. By the way, those of you that are here live, if you have any questions for Becky, drop them in the comments. We're going to take some Q&A here in just a minute. So any questions that you have. All right. So one of the things that you said earlier was clarify this for me. You talked about basically when you're prospecting, it's asking people, who do they know? Mm-hmm. Right. Can you just quickly expand on that? Because I think this is huge. Everyone needs to start doing this.
Well, what I did to try to help me, and Jenna kind of touched on this in a mastermind that she did yesterday with our group, which was amazing. You guys have to get your 4 every month so that you can attend those things, because there's all these little nuggets that you can pull from leaders that you don't normally get to talk to. But she talked about how groups can gather like minds. And so what I did was I started a group for my customers. And I talk about wellness in there. I don't push products the whole time, but I talk about ways that I lost weight, things that I know about, and you could spin that to any variant of the company that you want, but just information about how to live this lifestyle and what it's done for me. And so I invite, that's how I reach out to people and say, I've started a wellness group and I'm really helping a lot of people. And I'm looking for others that might want to better their life with mentally, physically, financially. And, do you know anyone that might be interested in information like that? And so that's kind of a way to just get people knowing about the lifestyle. So that's helped me a little bit, I guess, because I didn't really have a great group like that. So that's helped me build and get new people, like not my own circle of friends in my own town, but just start to be able to communicate with a larger audience without puking all day on my Facebook page, because that just pushes people off. And so it's a way to get more information out there to more people, I guess. But yeah, that's really just what I do is I reach out and say, I've started this new adventure, and it focuses on health and wellness. And I'm just looking for people that, might want more information about that could be helped by that. And who do you know that wants help in those areas? And so that's just how I start the conversation. And then it usually goes off in different ways from there. But it's just been easier than like, I have this opportunity, will you check it out? Or do you want to try these products that I sell? Like those 2 things weren't as successful for me.
Wow. You know what, guys? What she's sharing is so simple, but most people just don't do it. Like if somebody says to me, what is the difference between a successful affiliate, 5K, 10K, all the way up, versus the majority who are not yet there? The only difference is they're doing it. They're doing the work. They're putting in the work every day, and they made a decision. You've got to make that decision. Once you do, then you're going to start doing the work that's going to get you to the rank. It will happen. All right. So, and I just want to make sure everyone understands something that's really important. Most people that are in My Daily Choice, most people in network marketing, even most people who are 5K affiliate, 10K affiliate, they're not doing this full time. And this came up on our mastermind the other day because somebody was like, well, I have a job, I have kids, I don't have a lot of time. Maybe I should quit my job, my only source of income, to do this business full time. Now, some people do that and it works out. I'm here to tell you, you don't need to do that. Look at Becky. She's working a full-time job. She's got kids. She's doing this part-time. But when you treat this business like a real business, even if it's part-time, you can be successful. And the last thing I'll say on this is that you'll never be able to do this business and be successful doing it full-time until you can do it part-time. Does that make sense? You have to be able to do this business part-time. That's 2 to 3 hours a day. Have some success, get to at least 5K, and then you'll be able to, when you're ready, transition and you could do this full-time. So don't feed yourself the lie of, well, I'm only part-time. I can't be successful because I'm only part-time. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, 100%. We all start part-time. And then as our success grows, we can move into full-time. Okay, question. What is your DMO? Everybody always wants to know, what's your DMO? What's your DMO? So tell us, if you can quickly, what is some of the things that you do on a daily basis to build your business?
Yeah, that has shifted a little bit since I hit the 5K. So first thing I do I tend to get up in the morning before the rest of my family. So I do try to get up before everyone else on purpose. So that's a strategy so that I can have a quiet house to kind of hammer out some things. And then I try to make some contacts, some new contacts by just reaching out. So I spend about 30 minutes in the morning with no business in my mind, just spreading goodness. And so reaching out to people, clicking on their posts, wishing them happy birthdays, just looking at memories to jog my memory, spending 30 minutes of action, doing something on media, usually just to kind of get build that a little bit. So I've started my days with that, and always just making sure it's just spreading positivity. I'm not talking about messenger or, prospecting, just being kind. So I'll spend, 20 or so minutes on that in the morning. And then I usually decide what is going to be my plan for the day as far as what's my target or what am I trying to go after. And so I'll come up with maybe a couple messages. I don't tend to use the same script more than a day or so. Like I change that a little bit, at least just to keep it fresh. And then I start hitting the list, because I keep a list now that people I think of throughout the day, I'll jot in there, because I do try to keep the work focused to a time window so that I'm not impacting other parts of my life, and I'm able to keep it together. So that's a big strategy for me, is I do power work in the morning. Even my family calls it power hour. Like, don't bug mom in power hour, because I'm drinking coffee, and I think it's really awesome that we're the power team. But yeah, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm doing my contacts, and making sure emails, and then following up with people. That's been a big one for 5K. So following up within the same month, like following up with people and seeing if they liked what they ordered, and then seeing if they might want other products, or if they know anyone else that might want to try, reminding them that as preferred customers, if they refer 3, theirs is free. So if they want that next month, you could start to get them thinking towards that way. So that's another thing that I do a lot of. So I do follow-ups every day, but I try to map out at least 2 hours a day, sometimes 3, and really just go after specific actions like that. Contacts, that's the thing. Time on the computer. I don't pick up the phone that much. That's a weakness probably, but that's just not me. It's not a weakness. You just have to do something, whatever it is. Like, stop making excuses. Whether it's call, or whether it's message, or you hate Facebook, or whatever your thing is, like, I don't know, hit the streets and go door to door, whatever your thing is for people. You just have to get in front of people. So I think those are all choices and excuses. And so yeah, now I'm choosing to put that effort in every day, and try to message some new people. And then I'm going through my friends list and make sure I have talked to every single one of those people. My friends list could be bigger, and I work on that. But for now, I just keep thinking, stop beating yourself up about how small your friends list is, and start looking at who you haven't talked to there and who they might know. Because that's just huge. Like, they might not want it, but someone they know might want it. So if you build that into your everyday action, who do you know? That's a huge phrase that helps me out a lot.
I love it. And I love the power hour. And by the way, this is something everyone can apply. And Kathy and I have actually been talking about doing power hours for the whole power team, like bringing the power team together for like a whole hour of just massive prospecting and hold everyone accountable. But until we officially do that, everyone can start now. And this is a great way where you literally, for 1 hour, like, everyone's busy. Okay, let's just be real. Everybody's busy. We're all busy. We get it. But you could take 1 hour and you tell your family, you tell your friends, you tell the whole world, you shut everything off. And for 1 hour, you are just bam. You are laser focused. You are doing massive prospecting, connecting, messaging, friending, unfriending, follow-ups, everything for 1 hour, and just intense. And she's doing that every morning. I mean, this is right here a magic secret sauce for getting results in this business. So I want to see how many of you, if you have any questions, drop your questions, but how many of you watching this are committed? You're going to make a decision right now that you're going to start doing at least 1 power hour per day. 1 hour of uninterrupted, massive work. That's not, I'm busy. That's being productive. It's called RPA, revenue producing activities. You're connecting, you're following up, you're prospecting, you're messaging, you're getting people to pre-enroll, you're following up with old prospects, you're having people watch presentations. Who's committed to do a power hour every day, once a day? Let me see it. Who's committed? Come on, y'all. This is what it's all about right here, making these decisions. And so let's talk about quickly. I want to know, because a lot of people watching this, either their sponsor has quit or their sponsor is not as serious as they are. And so your sponsor, we love your sponsor. We're grateful for your sponsor, but your sponsor was not, and basically became a customer, right? Is that basically what happened?
Yeah, she just decided she didn't want to work the business.
Yeah, which is great. So, and here's the beautiful thing about My Daily Choice. Becky's sponsor is getting check match. Becky's sponsor is getting paid check match, even though she's not doing the business. How cool is that? Because she's still an affiliate, but she's not actively building the business. So my question for you is, how did you get past that hurdle? Because some people will literally say, well, my sponsor doesn't help me. My sponsor quit. My sponsor's not building the business. And I can say until I'm blue in the face that it doesn't matter, but you literally made it not matter and you owned your success. So tell everybody how you got through that.
Yeah, that's an excuse too. I'm here to tell you. So you just have to figure out what you want. Like, what do you need? Because if you advocate for yourself and you put it out there, what you need, you're going to find it in this company, and you're going to find it honestly from lots of different places and lots of different ways. And so you can figure out what style works for you if you want. But I just say, go above that person. If you, at the top of all these teams across MDC are some amazing people, amazing leadership. And so if you are not satisfied or you need more from whoever's your upline, reach above, reach below, reach wherever you have to reach to find the information, because it's all there. And honestly, it's all in your back office. Like, it's the MDC themselves that put together amazing resources. And if you're a member of the power team paired with what they have here, you don't need anything else. And so if you're not using those resources or you can't find them, you just have to advocate and ask for what you need, because, or learn how to use the search box, or go through every link in that back office. If you haven't clicked on every link and watched every video, then you haven't used all your resources, because you don't need some person to tell you what to do. It's all right there, and actually in a couple different ways. And so there's plenty there to get you started. But I say reach out to Aaron, reach out to me, reach out to hundreds of other people that I've met in this company who are more than willing to help you get started. But you have to be willing to help yourself. That's the key. It doesn't just magically happen. Having a certain upline doesn't necessarily make you successful at all. It means nothing. It's about your action, your mindset, your work, your ethic, and the company's great. Like, most people will have some success just because it's an amazing company, and at this point has been so established. But if you want more than just, a free product here or there for yourself, then you're going to have to make it a business, because that's what it is. And you're going to have to not make excuses. Like, how many of you have loved every person you've ever worked with in your life, every boss you've ever had, or that's just not true. And so, yeah, I tell my students that too. Like, you're not going to love everyone that you work around, but you have to love people and know how to work with people and know how to be productive and know how to get what you want and find the information that you need and not stop advocating for yourself. You hit a wall, go around it. That's the only way. So yeah, I would just say, if you're not getting what you need in the way of support, you need to reach up and reach out so that somebody can help you find what you need, because it's there.
I love it. Reach out, reach up. And all of you, in case you don't know, in your back office, My Daily Choice, you can click on Success Coaches. Write that down, Success Coaches. It will give you your 3 direct upline, your sponsor, their sponsor, their sponsor. Contact all 3 people. Find somebody. And then when you find these 3 people in your back office, say, hey, who's our upline 5K? Who's our upline 10K? Who's our upline 25K? I want all of you to write down these names of your 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, 100K, 250K, because they're here, part of your upline. They want you to succeed. And that's why I'm working with everybody on the power team. I don't care who they are, where they are. They could be 1,000 levels deep. It doesn't matter, right? Anybody on the power team who is ready to step up and put in the work, I will work with them. So, all right. In closing, share with everybody any final tips, any final suggestions, strategy, anything you can share that can help people create their breakthrough, get to 5K like you did.
You just have to decide and go after it and make that action. And like, for me, I think, I often will get 2-3K in a couple days. Like, that was me. Like, I would hit those ranks at the end of the month. And so what's been different now too is right away on the first, I try to generate some income and get it going. And I don't stop that momentum. So you got to keep momentum going. If you stop it, you're going to waste a couple days getting it going again. And so it's really important to just, when momentum is going, you roll. It doesn't matter what day it is. It doesn't matter any of those things. It doesn't matter what excuses you have in the way. And it might take a little bit of sacrifice to get that momentum going. So you might have to put in 4 power hours in a day if that's what you want. So, and it's a really great way to do it, is because you just do it and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go take a break and do something else for a while, or see my family, or take a walk or a hike, or live a great lifestyle and enjoy it. And then go back and reap the benefits of the seeds that you planted. So it's about consistency, guys, and it's about getting started right at the start of the month. And honestly, not getting started, but just not stopping. It's okay to take maybe a breath for a day. Everybody needs that in their life. But if you have momentum rolling, I question stopping right that moment. You got to keep it rolling. So that's what I'm trying to do, and that's what I've been doing, and that's what's helped make the difference, is a focused effort and pushing just a little bit more. You can all do it. If I can do it, you can all do it. I work a lot. Like, if you ask people in my community, I am a busy teacher. I'm very active in the community. I'm a personal trainer. I help people lose weight. I do all kinds of stuff. And so if I can do it, you can do it too. But you have to embed it in your life. It's not an extra thing. It is your life. And once you can make that choice and really learn what that looks like for you, and start living that lifestyle, it's just going to open up for you. You'll know when you're there, and just keep developing, keep working on yourself. It's going to happen for you if you want it.
Boom! Come on, y'all. Give it up for Becky LaBrecque. If she can do it, you can do it. 5K affiliate. Thank you so much, Becky, for your time. I appreciate you so much. And like she said, keep your momentum going. This is one of the most important things, is no matter where you are in your business today, make sure you compound your momentum, keep your momentum going, rally your team together with you. And I would encourage that you get your team to watch this video. I mean, there's going to be somebody in your team, one of your affiliates, who's going to see this. They're going to be inspired. They're going to get remotivated, reinvigorated, refocused to become a 5K affiliate, just like Becky did. So save this video, share this video with your team. And Becky, you're awesome. We are so proud of you. Seriously, 1,000,000%. You're putting in the work. You've made the commitment. You've made the decision. And we are so excited to help you continue to compound your success and get you to 10K affiliate ASAP.
Yep. I'm looking forward to that silver. It's coming to me.
Let's go. It's coming. That's what I'm talking about. Well, guys, we're always doing promos for the team, all kinds of stuff. So I know this video is public, so we're not talking about some of the promos that we do for the power team. In case anybody else, any other MDC affiliates, we have much love for all the MDC affiliates in the entire company. But I truly believe, and Walter Thomas is throwing it out there, we got a future 100K affiliate on our hands right here. There it is, 100K. That's a 6-figure income. We know that you can do it, Becky. You're awesome. Congratulations. And we will see you on the next interview when you are a 10K. Woo! All right, my friends, that is a wrap. That was yet again another powerful interview of a new 5K affiliate. By the way, we've got more of these interviews coming in the coming days and weeks. So you want to make sure that here on this YouTube channel that you click subscribe. When you click subscribe, you also have to click the bell. Make sure you click the bell. That way you're notified when we go live and when we put out new training videos here on this channel, so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next training.